I am bossy. I am very sensitive. And I also think I might be an alien. My name is Logan Browning, and I play Sam White on Dear White People. The first time I saw myself represented on TV was watching Sister Sister, That's So Raven, Moesha. Seeing young black women on TV let me know if I want to be a young black woman in television, I can be. It's so good to see images of you represented that just promote a light. It was just really empowering. Representation in television and film is important because we have to evolve with the times. Originally in television and film, you may have seen a colored person on screen, but they were presented to you in a stereotypical way. So that's why a show like Dear White People is so important, because you're presenting all of these different kinds of one person. There's a lot of responsibility put on a black woman. I think seeing a character like Sam allows young women to believe that they can be strong and feminine and masculine and vulnerable and be wrong. And that is such a relief to be like, oh, I don't have to have it right all the time. I'm so grateful to be a part of that for young women. The doors that have been opened for me, I've got to hold them for the next person behind me. What I would say to young black women would be to respect yourself regardless of how the world is seeing you. By exceedingly loving yourself, you're showing people how they should treat you.
Hi, I'm Jackie Cruz. I play Marisol Flaca Gonzalez on Orange is the New Black. The first time I saw myself represented on television was... I can't remember. There wasn't a Latina that I saw that kind of represented who I was. I think it's really important to have representation of yourself. That's why Orange is the New Black is so popular, because finally the audience is seeing themselves on TV. And my character Flaca, she is not stereotyped at all. She's just a regular teenage American Latina who lives in the States. Girls come up to me and say, I'm just like her. I'm so happy that I'm finally seeing myself on TV. She connects with a lot of, not just Latinas, with a lot of young girls. And it's really, really cool to be that character and to be a part of a show which is so diverse, and it's kind of changing Hollywood a little bit, and we need more shows like this. We need shows that represent who we are as a people. There was one girl in particular, she came up to me and she was crying. She was just like, I want to be an actress too, and looking at you and looking at Orange is the New Black, like I feel like it's possible. And that was beautiful, and it made me cry because this dream is already hard, but it felt kind of impossible because I didn't have representation of me. Auditioning in Hollywood when I was younger, it was very hard for me to get roles because they put us in a box. I'm tired of being in a box. Latinas are all different colors, sizes, and it's time to make that change.
I am Mr. I am Chocolate, I am Giddy Up. Hey, I'm Marquis Richardson. I play Reggie on Dear White People. The first time I actually felt like I saw myself on TV was with Bernie Mac. Just that experience of this kind, smart, black man running his ship did something for me. At the end of the day, Dear White People is about identity versus self. Specifically with, the party scene in episode 5 with Reggie. When I watched that, even having done it, it just punches me in the stomach every time and rips my soul out because that's the reality. Like, it's so authentic, and I think that's why those last particular scenes resonate with so many people, that Reggie actually gets to live and talk about it. And a lot of us don't. I think the major goal of the show with all of us involved was to tell these stories in the most honest, truthful, and authentic way. That was the root of everybody's intention. Everybody sees themselves in somebody on the show.
I am fearless. I am somewhat crazy. I am lovable, I guess. I am Marlon Wayans. The first people I identified with were just funny. It wasn't until later in life that it became funny African Americans that I can identify with. It wasn't until Eddie Murphy did I see, for me, the proper representation of the superstar that I wanted to be. To see that and then watch Richard Pryor, I saw his special and I was like, oh my God, you mean I can do that? And then growing up in the house with my brothers, when they did In Living Color, that's when all my dreams, I knew I could make a reality because I grew up in the house with legends. And watching Damon put together the specials, watching Keenan, that blew my mind. Watching all those characters and the stories that they were telling, that gave me the blueprint. I could really do this. I'm thankful for platforms like Netflix. They take chances from a multicultural perspective. You have Aziz Ansari with this Indian family, and you got Narcos, and you have all these other stories telling all these other different points of view of life. It's not just white, it's not just black. Everybody has a story. Yesterday, one of the kids from Dear White People came up to me and was like, I grew up on you. That's amazing that I affected this kid. It's a compliment to all that you've done.
I am black, I am a woman, I am a filmmaker. I'm Ava DuVernay. When I was a kid, I can't tell you any shows on television that I actually related to. Cosby Show was a show that I saw people who were the same hue as me. But my father wasn't a doctor, my mother wasn't a lawyer. In the last 10 years is when I've seen more representations that feel like folks in my real life behaving in a way that feels familiar to me. I think there are a lot of things that are going to inspire the next generation. It's not only the representations that they will see, it's that the traditional walls have collapsed. It's that everyone actually has a camera in their phone. It's that we're all making mini movies when we upload to IG stories. It's that we're all learning how to express ourselves, and not just express yourself. Now you could upload that movie to YouTube or some other platform and share it with folks. And that means that we don't need some old men pulling puppet strings to tell us you can or can't do this. Now you can make your thing, you can share your thing. I love that 13th has stirred so much conversation. Almost a year later, everyone's entering in from their own place. That's the beauty of art and activism. It allows us to have a common entry point. We're all going to enter in through this work. And from there we can have a conversation and maybe even take some action. And that is a new world. And that is a world that we all can share in. What we're seeing now that's so beautiful in this new renaissance of television and film is a centering of folks who have so often been in the margins. So I feel blessed and fortunate and grateful that I can be making work during this time. And I look forward to what comes next from everyone that's coming up in the next generation.
I am Latina, I am a mother, I am an activist. I am me. This is Selena Slava from Orange is the New Black. You may know me as Gloria Mendoza. The first time I saw myself was New York Undercover, the actress Lauren Velez. I was like, holy crap, she looks like me. I never thought that could exist. There was hope. On TV, you need to see yourself, you need to be able to relate to something, you need to have hope. We started it out with like Orange. It was true diversity, not just race, but it was like age, it was like different sizes, sexual orientation. For the first time, people are able to relate to the story because they can see themselves in it. It's huge to be able to see a transgender character being portrayed with dignity. That's true diversity, it's the world. Now we're seeing it with Glow, powerful cast, different types of people. We need the other world outside to kind of catch up with what Netflix is doing. And when it comes to diversity, diversity doesn't mean you cast one person. You have to, tell more stories about different types of people. We need more people, definitely, not only in front of the camera, we need them behind the camera. Writers, directors, producers, studio heads. If you have a dream to somehow be in Hollywood, get involved, because the arts is such a powerful tool to get a message across. It gives you hope. It gives you a reason to dream big. It's important to see yourself.
Spike Lee storyteller. Images are very important. For me, growing up, I saw Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, then the black exploitation era hit, and I was not really a big fan of those exploitation films. I didn't want to grow up to be a pimp. Well, the most important thing that happened to me was when I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. It made me understand what it means to be a black person in this country. I think it's very important for any people to see themselves reflected in the media, whether it be in film, television, commercials. You want to see yourself reflected truthfully, especially when you're a child. The problem is that it's other people telling the world who we are and not ourselves. This comes back to the word gatekeeper. the select few that decide what shows are getting made, what shows aren't getting made, what movies are getting made, and there's very few of us in those meetings. And I don't care how many Oscars we win or all the other stuff until we're in the room and have a voice in these decisions. You gotta work. You gotta be committed, you gotta be fearless, and you gotta have heart, you know?